On the 25th of December in 2015, New York experienced anomalously warm temperatures, up to 18 degrees. On average, they have 4 degrees during Christmas. So what happened? Is it just climate change or something else? And what have pressure differences over the North Pacific region have to do with it? In the following video, I will try to explain it. In general, warm and cold air masses in the atmosphere result in surface pressure differences. Because warm air is lighter than cold air, and the pressure is a measure for the weight of the air above sea level. Pressure differences change in space and time and influence the wind strength and direction. These changes can lead to so-called teleconnections in faraway regions, above or below average temperatures or rainfall, or even abnormal storms happening without any obvious reasons. The West Pacific pattern is such a pressure difference, with more cold air and hence a high pressure over Kamchatka, and more warm air, hence low pressure over Southeast Asia and the western subtropical North Pacific. We have long-term measurements of pressure anomalies over the Northern Hemisphere and can look for dominant recurrent patterns of such pressure differences. A statistical method, like the empirical orthogonal function, short EOF, can be used to find these modes. The West Pacific pattern is the fourth mode in the Northern Hemisphere. The pattern can look different in different seasons. For example, the West Pacific pattern is strongest in the winter months and influences the east coast of the United States during winter. Over time, the pressure differences change and can be weaker or stronger. This change in intensity of pressure differences is shown here as an index from 1979 to 2023. Positive, red values represent strong differences, and negative, blue values stand for weak differences. So, what index value do you find for the winter 2015 and 2016? And what impact does the positive phase has on temperature in New York City? And can you spot other years where we have positive phases? So let's have a look at the temperature and its correlation to the positive phase of the West Pacific pattern. It is strongest in winter, so let's have a closer look. The positive phase is associated with above average temperatures in the West Pacific and the east coast of the United States, especially during winter and spring. So, in New York City. Below average temperature can be found in Siberia. Rainfall is also influenced, but mainly over the ocean. What about climate change? Well, climate change can amplify the impacts. For example, it can lead to even more warmer temperatures in New York City. But it can also mask climate change. If the West Pacific pattern, for example, leads to a colder temperature in Siberia, although climate is warming and the greenhouse gases are still rising. I hope you learned something about the West Pacific pattern and the complexity of climate and climate change. If you have any questions, you are welcome to write me at stu209699@uni-kiel.de. And thanks for listening.